Good morning, hello and welcome back to A Million Bucks Style. Today is a very quick tutorial on how to blow dry your hair. So I recently got my hair colored and I also got a new haircut, and every single time I get a new haircut, I ask my hair colorist or my hairstylist to tell me exactly how to blow dry it easily at home, because I know for a fact that if I leave them as is, they'll give a very frumpy look. If I was home alone, I would just leave my hair like this if I'm not creating any content. But because I am creating content, I like to look a little more presentable and I like to blow dry my hair every now and then. Now, a little bit about my haircut. I got layers. I got a lot of layers in my hair. So I have curtain bangs in the front, which are much shorter. They literally are just this much. And then my hair is layered. So it has tiers of hair and it gets a little tricky. So I'm going to show you what I've learned. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is my shampoo and my conditioner. I use a very simple shampoo, and I change my shampoos very often depending on what the weather is like, how I'm feeling, how dirty my hair is, etc. So today I'm using BBlunt's Intense Moisture shampoo as well as their conditioner. I'm going to leave the details in the description box below. And I never ever leave the shower without a hair mask, especially on days when I'm washing. This is the one that I'm using today. I have a bunch of Bare Anatomy's hair masks. All of them work beautifully, and this one is the anti-frizz hair mask. I leave it on while I'm doing my shower routine for like 3 minutes or so, and it makes your hair really soft and conditioned. I'm not going to use any fancy products today. I'm going to use very simple products. I have my trusty old Chaoba blow dry, very old, but works like a charm, gives you salon-like hair like nothing else. Even my Dyson is a fail in front of it. And I'm going to use Roots blow dry brush. This is a round brush with aluminium heating plates, which is really good to create those lovely curls in your hair. That's it. And before we get started, we need to make sure that we are also using a heat protectant spray. So for today's tutorial, I'm just going to use the BBlunt's heat protectant hair mist. It's very good. It's very cheap and I quite like it. So I'm just going to spray my hair with a little bit of heat protectant all over, and then just gently run it through the hair strands to make sure it's getting covered. Sometimes I even like to put it on my palm and just rub it and make sure everything is covered, your hair is protected, and it's also very moisturizing, which is what I love about it. Okay, all right, so hair protectant done. Now I'm going to blow dry my hair, but before that we're going to section our hair. Now, he told me you don't need to section your hair in very tiny sections. You just need to section it twice or thrice at max. I'm going to section it in 2 big parts right now, taking my crown, separating it from the bottom of my hair. Quickly going to secure this with a tiny clasp. Okay, the claw clip is done. Now let's plug this monster. Now, when you blow dry your hair at home, not only does it completely change your look, but what it also does is saves you a lot of money. You're not going to the salon every now and then to get your hair blow dried. So it's always smart to learn how to blow dry your hair. Let's get started. What I'm going to do is, let me just tell you the trick that I usually use. I've taken my crown area and secured it on the top, and I have a little bit of hair left here. So this one, again, I'm going to section it into 2, just very roughly. No rocket science there. So you have 2 sections of your hair here. The blow dry is ready. The hair mist is already absorbed by your hair. And now I'm going to take the blow dryer and learn the technique. It's all about the technique. I'm holding my blow dry brush on my right hand and the hair dryer is on my left hand. The nozzle is intact, which means it is going to target heat wherever I put it, and it's on the hottest setting right now. I am going to put the brush behind the hair and bring it in the front like this. So that's the motion we're going to be going in. Basically, the brush and the blow dry are squishing the hair in between, and you just simply blow dry it. And because it's a round brush, it's going to automatically give you a tiny curl in the end. Okay, so let's get started. Now what you saw me do is basically bring the hair to create a curl. I took the blow dry brush all the way in the back, tried to get some hair on top of the brush, and then just turn it around so that the hair basically gets tied like a Velcro brush. Let's just call it that. And then I'm going to use the blow dryer while I'm constantly twisting the brush so that I can get as much hair in the brush as possible. And I'm constantly also giving it that blow dryer heat so that it's actually creating a curl naturally. Okay, so let's get started again. Now I'm just gonna hold the hair in the brush like this for maybe 5 to 10 seconds so that it gets that curl that we are aiming for. Yep, and then I'm just gonna open it. Look at that. How beautiful does that look? Look at the difference. Now on to the left side. I'm gonna hold the brush on my left hand and the blow dry brush on my right hand and do the exact same thing. Now I want my hair on the bottom to be facing inwards, so I'm just going to twist the hair in the brush like this and then run some heat on it. It doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be for a very long period of time, it just needs to be there, just there. Especially when you're doing this over and over again, I don't even put too much thought into it. जैसे हो रहा है वैसे हो रहा है, and I just let it be. So I think that is 5 seconds, and I will just open it. Look at that. So this is done. I'll show you from the back what it looks like. Give me a second. So this is what it looks like from the back. Now on to the top crown. It's going to be a quick one. I told you can do this at home every single morning and look like a diva every single time you step out of the house. Now I've just sectioned this part into two and I'm going to secure this one with the claw clip, taking this little area. Now if I had the time and the luxury, I would have sectioned this also into 3 parts, but I don't currently, and we are just going to get started. Now with this one, you can hold the brush on your left hand side or your right hand side depending on what you're comfortable with. I'm going to hold it from my right hand side because the brush is what needs to do all the work and the blow dryer is just passing heat. So notice how I hold the blow dryer when I'm actually doing the left hand side of my hair. I am going to hold it with the nozzle, not the handle. I'm going to hold it like this, and as my brush rolls, I will just go over it with my blow dryer as well. Let's get started. So this is what the hair looks like right now after blow drying. I'm going to take a part of it, keeping the brush on my left hand side and using the blow dryer from my right hand side. I'm going to bring it to the front because I want that flip and a little bit of volume on the top. And I'm just going to leave it like that for 5 seconds again. And that's it. Look at that. Look at how the haircut is now so much more visible. From short to long, little bit of layer. Pretty? Let's do the same thing on the right hand side as well. I'm just going to open this. I'm going to put all the hair on one side. Because I'm a righty, I'm going to use my hairbrush on the right and keep the blow dryer on the left. Let's get started. Now the trick is you're bringing the hair to the front, like in this motion. You're bringing the hair in the front. Okay, that's about it. The blow dryer is done. Or because I have a crown with shorter hair, I'm just going to take this hair and I am going to give it a little bit of bounce. The brush is still hot. I'm not going to add any extra heat. I'm just going to tie it like I would maybe a curler and keep it on for like 5 seconds. Let's count till 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Now I'm just gonna open it. And we have a beautiful little curl here. See? The magic is in the brush and the little blow dryer that we have in the technique. I'm constantly moving my hand like this all the time so that the brush is doing the job of a curler. All the time. You're not holding it like straight. Then you're gonna get straight hair. If you hold it like a curler and you're constantly twisting and turning it, you're gonna get some really beautiful curls, and that's what makes all the difference. So this is the blow dryer, guys. I have a habit of playing with my hair all the time, so I'm gonna be constantly playing with it, and I don't really have one specific place where I have my parting, and that's the hairstyle. Now you can tell my hair color a lot more clearly. This is the final result. Very, very beautiful. If you want, you can put a little bit of hairspray to keep it intact. If you don't, you can completely avoid it. I would avoid it. And yeah, this is us getting ready very, very quickly. Now, of course, because I was talking into the camera, it's already been 15 minutes since I've been doing this. But if I wasn't, I'd be a lot more quicker. It takes literally maybe not 5 minutes, depending on the hair length. It could take you 10 minutes, it could even take you 15 minutes, depending on how long your hair is. But I think it's pretty simple. If you have any questions or queries, you can always leave it to me in the comment section below. I would be happy to respond to you. If you still have questions in terms of the technique that I use, any specific area where you're getting stuck, you can always send me a DM. I will send you shorter clips helping you understand exactly how it's done. My hair color, okay, I get a lot of questions on my hair color. I'll just briefly describe exactly what it is, and what you can do is take a picture of my hair or a screenshot and share it with your hair colorist. What I've done is, to avoid hair coloring pretty often, I've gone lighter this time, because when you have lighter hair, your grays are not that visible. So what my hairstylist has done is basically given me ash blonde highlights on a very, very light tone base, and then he's just basically colored my roots to match the color of the highlights, and that gives you this hair color. Very pretty. I of course went through toning. I also got Olaplex done, because such colors, the lighter your hair, the more dry it looks, and I know for a fact that that's what it does. But yeah, now the last step that I follow right before I finish my blow dry is use a little bit of serum on the ends, because the lighter hair actually tends to make your hair look like straw, and you don't want that. Now you can go ahead and use any hair serum that you have. I currently am using the Intense Moisture Be Blunt hair serum. I also love, and this has been my go-to, the Kerastase Elixir, the ultimate elixir. But today, because everything else that I used was Be Blunt, I might as well use this one. I'm just going to take a pump, just a tiny pump. You don't want a lot. One pump on your palm, rub it, and just go through it on your ends, just the ends. Nowhere else. You don't want to reach anywhere close to the roots. You are just basically giving a little bit of moisture on your ends so that it doesn't look dry. And that's the final result, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys again in the next one. Until then, keep it stylish and always look and feel like $1,000,000. Bye bye.